Hey, hello, hello. How are you, grand souls and grand speakers today? Hello, hello, hello. It's weekend vibe, it's relaxation mode, and it's once again time for our GST podcast. Why do you do what you do? And today I have a very special guest for you, a very special lady with a very important message for all of you. But without further ado, let's bring her in because I can talk so much about her, but it's so important that her do the talking. And let's find her. Come on, Tracy. Let's find you. Wait a second, everybody. I'm trying to connect. Okay, I did invite you. Yes. One, she is a self-love coach and she has so much to, to share with us. So I sent her a request to join me and I am waiting for her um, accepting. Wait a minute, just a second. Come on, Tracy. Just 1 second. Let's hope the technology is with us today. You are invited, Tracy. I'm hoping you can see my invitation. Okay, so uh, you are here. So awesome, awesome, awesome. If you are seeing an invitation from me to join my live, please press yes or accept or what is there because I don't know. I sent you an invitation already and I cannot send you once more. Yes, let's see. Let's find out if we are able to join. Yes.
Hi.
Hello, Tracy. Hello. How are you?
Hey
Hi.
there.
Good
Hi.
morning. Good
Good
morning,
morning. Good
honey.
morning.
How are you today?
I am doing wonderful today. I'm super excited to be a part of this live. This is new. This is my first time in a live on this platform. So I'm like, yeah, something new. It's wonderful.
We are learning each day now. That is a fantastic thing.
Yes, it is. It is. Can you hear me okay? Trying to
Yes,
turn my volume up. Let's
yes, I
see.
can see you loud and clear. Yes, it's okay.
Awesome.
So tell me, how is your weekend? I know it's very early morning. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's
okay.
good. It is. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here, and it's good. It's raining outside a little bit, but it is a wonderful day. I'm just super excited to start this weekend off with this live.
Yes, it's a boost. No,
Yes. How are you?
I am fine. I'm good. I'm outdoor where I love to stay. I'm in the park now doing this podcast with you. Super excited as well. And let's keep the ball rolling. What do you say?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the first question: who are you, and how do you help enlighten the world around you?
Yeah, so who am I? So my name is Tracy McCauley, and I am a self-love coach. I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm also an author of two books. I've written, one of the books is called Love Thyself. It's a memoir of my experience with domestic violence. I talk about that. And I also have a journal called the Love You, Embrace You Journal, where it actually helps women be more intentional about making those I am statements to help change their way of thinking and help them to be more positive about who they are. And so, and I'm also the founder and CEO of Angels with Hope Coaching. So I'm a self-love coach. I love helping women learn to embrace every part of who they were created to be. I teach them practical steps on how to increase their self-confidence so that they can use their voice and ask for the things that they want on their jobs and their personal lives so that they can learn how to set boundaries in every relationship that they encounter and so that they can learn how to take care of themselves, learn how to be more intentional about self-care, which is so important in helping us as women really understand how we need to take some time to pause. I talk about the pause all the time. You know, a pause doesn't mean that you have to just take a break necessarily. It's a difference. It means that you just pause long enough to give yourself time to recharge and refresh so that you can go out there and you can keep down those doors and you can ask for everything that's due you. So that's pretty much who I am.
Well, it's very. Say that again.
That's who I am and what I do.
The volume is a little swinging. The volume. Your volume is little. It's
The
very.
volume.
Yes. Now it's okay. Now it's clear. But I don't know. Something was off in the volume. But now it's okay. So keep it this way. Okay.
Okay.
So what you are, who you are, is fantastic, and I think that God put you here to learn as many women as you can, because we know in this trouble time, but also in any kind of time, women are the ones to suffer the most. And I think you, by raising above this, I think you are the perfect candidate to help us, the rest of us who are suffering in a form of another, or are, are don't know how to put boundaries, because this is an important topic. Boundaries in placement. We in general are lacking boundaries, because we like, and we have been trained to sacrifice ourselves for the sake of others. So I particularly love this about you.
Yes.
And
Yes, those boundaries. Yeah, it is important for us to make sure that we are intentional with setting those boundaries because sometimes, we can get it can be a challenge for us, I think, whenever we're looking at boundaries and trying to set boundaries, especially with our family. Sometimes we don't feel like, oh my God, my mom, my father or sister, brother, friends even, that we don't have to set those boundaries with them. But what happens is whenever we don't set boundaries, even with our loved ones, they don't intentionally, I think, walk all over us. But it happens, and it really plays a big part of of who we are and what we are able to do whenever we don't set those boundaries, whenever we just don't put our foot down and say no, use the word no. It
yeah,
really it causes us not to be as productive in our lives, as we need to be. So yeah, setting those boundaries, saying no. It's okay. No is a complete sentence. And whenever we say no, then that lets those people know that you can't continue to do this to me, because that's going to take away from who I am. That's not going to allow me to operate at my best if I continue to let others, just kind of do what they want to do or say, or, it just prevents us from being at our best whenever we don't learn how to be intentional about using the word no.
Yeah, that is so awesome, and I truly believe that although it's some kind of hard to establish boundaries in your home, because your family is your bubble, whatever
Yeah.
family you have, it's your bubble, and just you are some kind enmeshed with everybody, and it's hard to say sometimes no, or I don't want to, or leave me alone, or but we have to, we desperately have to get those boundaries in. So
Right.
awesome, amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have particular story behind you that taught you, I think I said it right, that taught you that the boundaries needed. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was in an abusive relationship for a course of 21 years. And I experienced physical, emotional abuse, mental abuse, and psychological abuse. I was in two abusive relationships. I was 15 when I got into my first abusive relationship. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I felt abandoned because my father was not in my life. I didn't get to spend quality time with my father. My mother was there, my grandmother was there, but I wanted my father, so I felt abandoned and rejected by my father because I felt like he didn't love me, because he didn't want to spend time with me. And so as a result of that, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And I was 15, got into my first abusive relationship, and it became, it didn't start out abusive. And there was warning signs that I didn't realize. I neglected to catch on to those warning signs. And so it started out physical, and I experienced all sorts of abuse for years, and then got out of that relationship and got into another abusive relationship, still experiencing the same types of abuse. And so it wasn't until I started going to this church, and I needed more. I wanted more. And so I was able to safely walk away from my abusive relationship. But it took me years to really get to the point where I realized that I needed to work on myself. I needed to really love myself, because even though I was out of the abusive relationship, I still had to work on really loving myself. And that's where, I was learning about boundaries, and I was learning about how to really, really embrace every part of who I was created to be. And God sent me my husband, and that's when I really, really started to do the work, because my husband was showing me how to love, how he loved me, how he was interested in me and who I was. And because of his love for me, that's whenever I started doing the work on myself, started loving me, and really understanding that I was worthy and that I was valuable. And just because I had been in these abusive relationships, feeling unloved, haven't been, feeling guilt, feeling shame, not really loving myself and valuing who I was, that didn't mean that I was not valuable. Yes, those individuals, they mistreated me, they abused me, but that I was still valuable. So I got into the relationship with my husband and started really, really understanding, who I was, and that I was created for so much more. and that I had to learn how to set boundaries. I had to learn how to embrace who I was, and finding that emotional peace, really, really learning how to understand those emotions that I was feeling, the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment, all of those things that came along with me being in that abusive relationship. I really, really started to process everything that I had experienced, and had a desire to help other women learn how to really love themselves. Just because you have been in an abusive relationship, or you felt abandoned by your father, it does not mean that you're not created for something great. Does not mean that life is over for you. Does not mean that you cannot find the love of your life. And it doesn't mean that you're not worthy and that you're not created for so much more. So that's what, that's my why. That is my why.
Yeah. Yes. Um, Very beautiful your why, very profound your why, and I think your story might not might, just I'm sure that it touches every heart that you are pouring into, because uh, to experience so much pain in 21 years, I cannot imagine just to find yourself, that you can love yourself amongst of all that stepping onto you. And I think that your husband, your now husband, it was just the flame that you needed to discover the woman, the wondrous woman that you are, and that you can go with that flame a little bit farther to help the other women to
Yes.
discover their uniqueness.
Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah. And that's the thing, you are unique. God has a good plan for your life. If you're that woman that thinks that you'll never ever be able to find the love of your life, or be able to really, really love who you were created to be, I just want to let you know that you are worthy. You are unique. God has a good plan for your life. Just because you experienced a lot of challenges in your upbringing, or even in your adult life, because I was an adult whenever I finally walked away. I was like 36 years old whenever I finally walked away. But just because you've experienced any toxic relationship, or any of those emotions that I mentioned early, that doesn't mean that you can't have a happy life. You are worthy, and you are valuable. And so I just want, anybody that may be listening, that may not, maybe in a place where they're feeling stuck, or they don't feel like, they have a happy life, or they are valuable. I just want to let you know that you are valuable. That, your past does not have to define you. Your life is great. You are worthy. You can, have, good relationships. And so I just wanted to kind of encourage somebody, and just let them know that it can happen for you. It happened for me. I didn't really know. I didn't think that I was going to ever be in a healthy relationship, but it happened. It happened. I didn't, whenever I wrote my first book, God gave that to me. I never thought about writing a book. And there's other parts of my story that I haven't shared. I've shared, since I've started actually speaking out more. But because I know this interview is not, is limited. I had a learning disability. That's one thing that I didn't share. And I didn't ever think that I was going to write a book, because I have a learning disability. And that was one of the things that, kept me stuck as well, because I thought I was stupid, and I thought I was dumb, I failed the third grade and I was bullied and people were making fun of me. And so I never thought that I was going to write a book. And when God gave me that idea, I was like, huh, me write a book? And so, and yeah, I was able to write a book, not one, but two. And I'm actually working on a third book
Wow.
currently. So don't ever think that just because your past, the things that you've experienced in your past, don't think that those things will, don't allow them to dictate your future. You are great. You were created for so much more. And so, yes, you may have struggled in school. I was determined that I was going to pass. I failed the third grade, and at that moment, I was like, okay, that is it. I will not be failing any more grades. Now, I was C average all during school, but I never failed another grade, and I went to college. I went to college and got my degree. I actually got 3 degrees. So don't think that your past, don't think that just because you had a bad past that your life is doomed. No, you have greatness inside of you. You can do anything that you want to do if you trust yourself, you trust the process, and most importantly, you trust God. You trust God because He created you. So I just want to say, go for it. Whatever it is you want to do, if you want to start a business, if you want to write a book, even starting, I'm so grateful for this community because this community, the global live community, has really, really helped me be able to have the confidence to speak out more and share. And it's a global, it's like all over the world. That's the thing that I love about it. And it's been 2 years, I think now. It started at the
Yes.
end of 2020. Whenever I was invited to this wonderful, wonderful platform and started sharing with the videos. And that has really helped me be more confident in sharing my story because of this community. I love it. I love this community. And so if it's just starting out with the videos, if you want to share your story, just do it, just jump, because I remember when I started with sharing my story on the videos, how it took me like 10 times, I think, to finally, about 10 times of trying to, I started out actually, just, doing some pre-recorded videos, but it took me forever to really, really understand that, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to show them me. I don't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be in place. I am just going to jump and I'm going to share. I'm going to get on that video and I'm going to share my story because someone out there needs to hear it. We never know. We never know who we may touch in this world if we just open our mouth and stop trying to be perfect and just let it flow. So don't try to be perfect whenever you getting on video and sharing your story. No one in this world is perfect. None of us are perfect, but we have a unique story to share. It's unique to the experiences that we have had, what we've, gone through. And so just jump, get out there, share your story, let people know, what you've experienced so that they can know that they're not alone, so that they know that there's somebody else out there that has experienced similar things that you have experienced, and that it can motivate and encourage them to get out there and either share their story or get out there and be the best version of themselves that they were created to be. So get out there, just do it, just jump. If you want to start the business, do it. Find you somebody, a coach, to help you, a mentor, someone that can help you be able to birth that dream, that goal, and make it happen. Make it happen. So thank you. Thank you for this opportunity again. So
Uh,
I'm so excited about it.
thank you from the bottom of my heart, Tracy, because you are just putting so much love into this community, and I'm so grateful to hear how it helps you. That is the main purpose of us, to help each story get to the light. And yes, I truly believe what you said now, that we, all of us, it doesn't matter which way of life uh, do you have, or what are you doing in your life, but each story needs to get out, because we relate with somebody else from across the planet. We don't have to know whom we're touching, but we are touching. A little word from me, or a little word from you, it may be a lifeguard to someone, or a touching heart, and the decision is made to act in a different way. We don't know. Actually, we don't know. We don't have to know, but we are impacting people. And thank you so much for accepting this, and for sharing your story once again. And now for the final question, because you so elegantly. I'm sorry, my English is not perfect because I'm not a
That's fine. No
native.
problem.
Uh, you said very beautifully your why, and our last question is, what what do you think, or what other people have told you that is your most fun and valuable talent?
So say that again now. What has someone told me?
What do you think, or what somebody else told you that that it is your most fun and valuable talent?
So what has someone told me that's most fun and
fun
talent
Fun and valuable talent that you have, that you
that
possess.
I have?
Yes.
Ah,
You.
okay. So what has someone told me that is my most valuable talent? Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Um, well, I'll say this, my coach, and I've heard it a couple times, that one of the things that is most valuable that I do is being able to connect whenever I do my videos. Um, Being able to really connect through the videos, through what I'm saying whenever I'm talking with my videos. That's one of the things that I've heard a few times, that I can connect. And so I'm grateful that someone sees that and feels that that's a most valuable talent that I have, that I'm able to speak to my people whenever I'm doing my videos. So I'm thankful for that. But I know that it's not all me. It's God that allows me to be able to speak on video, and hopefully, it's touching the lives of people all over this world. So I'm thankful for that.
You are impacting, for sure. You are impacting lots of people. And yes, your power and your story to, not just your story, but your power to articulate the story, and to uh, send the story where and how it needs to go. That makes the connection so much stronger. And yes, I do believe that you connect very easily through videos, because I watch your videos, and you are so loving, so trusting, so open, and so empathetic, and that really is truly connecting. And I love your story, and I love to see you anytime you come to our group. Uh,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
you are welcome. And a final word to somebody who might watch later, or somebody who needs to hear something for you. now?
Yes, I think the biggest thing is just stay encouraged and just just do it. Like I said earlier, whatever it is you have on your heart to do, whether that's write a book or start a business or do a video, whatever that thing is that you have on your heart that you want to do, just do it. Just trust that you can do it. Trust that God is helping you and allowing you to be able to do it. And don't second guess yourself. Just jump.
Just jump. So much wisdom is just jump, because it's so simple, but it's also very complicated because we humans, not humans, we humans are very complicated creatures because our mind is stopping us. But this is very powerful. Just jump. Just, just do something for
Yeah.
yourself, for your connection, for your relationship, for something. What do you want? Just jump. It might be scary, yes, but life is beautiful when it's in action.
Right. Actually, yeah, it sure is.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I want to say thank you once again, Tracy, for this wonderful, wonderful podcast. And I hope you started your weekend in a very high vibe.
Yes, thank you so much. And I appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend as well.
Thank you so much. Here is late afternoon, so it's our Saturday is over now. But but we will have tomorrow. Tomorrow is a beautiful day too.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you very much
Awesome.
and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend full of sunshine and no rain. If you love rain, go with the rain.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
What I want to ask from you is when we are finished here, can you put all your social media in the comments for people to get to know you better?
Awesome. Yeah, I sure will. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much and have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.